Once again, it's raining here in Missouri, so we've made a trip down to Bass Pro and Independence. We're going to do a little shopping today and pick up the wife's kayak that we bought online. We went ahead and got the FS10 for her. Hopefully tomorrow we will be able to take it out onto the lake and try it out, so stick around. Typical weather here in Missouri. We got home yesterday with the kayak. We weren't unable to unpack it from the plastic and check everything out. So this morning we got up. We did have some light drizzle going. Got the kayak unpacked, checked the seat and everything. Everything looks good. The weather's just not going to cooperate today, so we do have a slight drizzle going right now. Old Glory over there at the VFW is not blowing, so we're going to make an attempt to head to the lake. So hopefully it'll clear out by the time we get up there, but we don't have any clear skies right now. So we got a couple rods. We're going to try to fish out of this one a little bit, see if the sit-in is any different than the set-on kayak that we bought. So stay tuned. We made it to the lake. It's not raining at the present time, but we have nothing but clouds in the sky, so I expect it to start raining probably here before too long. We do have a very light breeze. If you check out the water, it is gorgeous right now. This is the Hamilton Lake in Hamilton, Missouri. Nice little lake. But we're going to try to get this kayak checked out real quick. Give you a quick rundown of this kayak. This is the FS10. I saw this kayak over at Cabela's a couple weeks ago for $349. Thought it was a really good deal, especially for the wife and the son for kayaking and fishing kayaking. And right now with the Spring Fishing Classic, they have a $50 gift card on this kayak. So a couple days after I bought the 12T, Bass Pro was running a promo online. If you purchase I believe $50 or more, they gave you 10% off. So I went ahead and ordered this kayak, and they gave me another 10%, which would be about 35 bucks, which got me into this kayak for about $315 before tax. And the gift card allowed me to also pick up a paddle for the wife. So we're going to try it out and see how well we like it. Stay tuned. Made it in the water, ready to shove off. Was not too bad to handle. This kayak weighs just a little bit less than the 12T. I think it's about 46 pounds, which is not too bad, and it's 2 foot shorter versus the 12T being a 12-foot kayak, and it weighs almost 80 pounds. I'm 6'2", weigh 240 pounds, so I might be just a tad big for this kayak. And if you look at the tag down there, it's rated for 325 pounds for person and gear. So I'm gonna be a little tight in this kayak, but we're gonna try it and see if we like it. I know the wife will probably like it, and the son will too. So we'll give you a quick review of it. doesn't seem to be a bad kayak. I can tell you, because I'm 6'2", I don't have a lot of room to maneuver. My feet are basically right about there in this kayak. I'm all the way up to the front of the foot pegs and all the way back in the seat. It seems to get around really good. It's way more maneuverable than my 12T, but it sits lower into the water and it feels tipsy to me compared to the 12T. I assume it's because of the water displacement. I think this kayak's a little narrower and it would be 2 foot longer. I'll put the dimensions on the screen here, but it gets around really good. I think if you work with it a little bit, I think you could get used to it. I think for a bigger person though, I think you're pushing the limits maybe of this kayak, because it doesn't take me much to paddle one way or the other, and it throws the kayak to one side or the other just constantly. If I lean just a little bit, my paddles right here in the paddle tray, or the paddle notches, it doesn't take me much to lean and my paddles can get in the water really quick and quite a bit down. So let's see how well we fish out of it. Just to turn around to get into my rod, just to grab my rod, I felt like I was about ready to go over. As old as I am, and I can't rotate around as good. I can see back there, but I can't hardly get into my stuff. If I had a tackle box back there. Well, we got it loaded up and we're getting ready to head back. Give you a final thought of the FS10. I think it's a really good little kayak. Going to work out great for my wife and my son. I don't think it's a really good kayak for me, being at 6'2" and 240. It seemed really tippy at times from side to side, whether I was paddling or whether I was fishing. I like the kayak. It tracked really well. It did not take much to get the kayak really moving. paddling, especially if you take some really deep paddles. You can really get this kayak moving, and the maneuverability is really nice in it. The downside is, for someone my size, it seemed really tippy at times, even paddling. And when I started trying to get my rods out and do some fishing, I noticed it was really tipping from side to side at that time. But all in all, I think it's a good purchase, especially for $349 if you can catch some other sales that Bass Pro's running, or with the gift card. I think you can't go wrong at about 300 bucks on it for sure. Now, for the fishability, the things I didn't like, at least pertaining to me, is my rod holders with the rods in them. When I try to turn around to pull my rods out, the kayak would really tip one side or the other and felt pretty unstable. I got to the point where I wouldn't even hardly turn around. Now, some of that's due to I'm an old man and I'm not as flexible as I used to be, but it just didn't seem very secure when I tried to turn around. If I had a crate back here, I tried to turn around as far as I could and feel safe. There's no way I could see inside my crate to actually get anything out. You would just be pulling something out without seeing it and hope you grabbed exactly what you were looking for. That's one of the downsides I could see. There's no way you could get to this bucket, for me anyway. If I tried to get up on my knees and turn around in this kayak, I would definitely go over on this kayak. Coming down the sides, the paddle holder here is not bad. It wasn't too bad for me. I did struggle a little bit getting my paddle in and out of it. My wife and my son, being only 8, is really going to struggle. If the bungee loosens up a little bit, I think we'll be okay, but we're definitely going to be changing this up for mounting a paddle on this side. Now, when you're fishing, definitely get you a rod holder. For the rod, I had to put it between my legs and set the rod toward the front when I was changing out lures or changing out plastics. But if I would have caught a fish, definitely would have struggled trying to get the hook out of the fish's mouth. Rod holder would definitely be a plus. That would be one of the first things I would add. Another thing I would definitely add to this immediately is get you a paddle leash. There's a notch right here on both sides where I was resting my paddle as I was fishing. Every now and then I would lean one way or the other when I cast, and my paddle would hit the water, and next thing you know, the paddle would come out the side, and I almost lost my paddle twice. So I would definitely recommend a leash to make sure that you don't lose your paddle. But all in all, I think for the money, it's a really good kayak. I would definitely buy it again for the wife and son, but I would not buy it again for myself. I am way happier with my 12T so far. But for an entry-level kayak, I don't think it's too bad. But anyway, that's it for today. If you'll do me a favor, hit the like button down below. Leave some comments. I'll get to them as fast as I can. Also, subscribe to the channel. We got way more videos coming out on the FS10 here and the 12T, and we also got some videos coming out on the tracker boats that we have. So stick around. Got more things going on with the fishing, and just get out on the water. We didn't catch anything on the water, but we did stop and pick up a catfish fillet at the Hamilton Quick Stop. So I think that's a pretty good day.